Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Covarrubias, and today I'm going to be doing my presentation on sleep paralysis. So what is sleep paralysis? So sleep paralysis is the temporary inability to move or speak while falling asleep or waking up, and typically it occurs when the brain is awake but the body remains in a sleep-like state. It is often accompanied by hallucinations and intense fear. What are the types of hallucinations? The three types of hallucinations I was able to find were the intruder, the incubus, and the vestibular motor. And in the intruder type of hallucination, people are able to experience a sense of presence where they either see visual, auditory, or tactile hallucinations, and these are typically linked to fear or external threat. With the incubus, people tend to feel this sort of chest pressure where they also experience choking, pain, breathing difficulties, and often interpreted as assault by these people. And for the final one, the vestibular motor, it's this floating, flying, falling sensation, the out of body experiences, and those are the ones that the three types of hallucinations that I was able to find within the article that was provided. When it comes to the prevalence and the key findings, these are all according to the article that was posted in 2001. So I'm sure the percentage is a little off, but I would say that it's pretty similar. So the mechanisms behind sleep paralysis when it comes to sleep cycle disturbances, shorter REM dormancy, and fragmented REM sleep are affected in individuals, and it is also found that disturbed sleep patterns can also trigger these episodes. For neural mechanism theory, sleep is controlled by two main systems, the cholinergic, which keeps you asleep, and the serotonergic, which keeps you awake. If the sleep system is too active, and the wake system is too weak, it can be hard to fully wake up. And during REM sleep, the part of the brain that controls the balance, which is the vestibular nuclei, this can cause that dreamlike sensation that people experience during sleep paralysis. These are just some continued findings from the article that I had found, but some neurological explanations for hallucinations. When your body's not moving, it can trigger your body into feeling like you're floating, and your brain's danger alarm, your fight or flight, may turn on, and it can make you feel very scared when you're experiencing these certain hallucinations. Some hyperactive vigilance response, the midbrain can become overly alert when shifting from sleep to wake, and this can cause those vivid, scary hallucinations. I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever experienced that as well, but that's part of the reason why you experience those type of feelings. The fear may feel stronger if the breathing's harder, if the CO2 levels are high, if the airway is partially blocked, and this is where the brain might mistake it for being something supernatural in certain cases. And I know this slide is a little all over the place, but basically in normal REM sleep, just to break it down, the brain stem creates dreams and temporarily stops the body from moving. In sleep paralysis, the mind wakes up before the body does, and this is where you're mentally awake, but your body's basically frozen. And quick switches between REM and waking up can cause the brain chemicals to get out of balance in this case. So some treatments and prevention, obviously these are very simple and straightforward. Anybody could probably think of this, but maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, especially us as college students being constantly stressed about all our assignments, especially if you're also working part-time or full-time, this can also be a factor in possibly getting sleep paralysis or low sleep quality. So it would be best to try to reduce the stress and to avoid sleeping on your back. I know that's a strange one. I know there's a lot of people that are fine sleeping on their back and nothing really happens, but I know in some of the studies that I've been able to find, people have mentioned the sleeping on your back being a reason why they get sleep paralysis. In severe cases of this, people may require to see a sleep specialist and get a sleep analysis just to see what's really going on in the brain. So, why I chose this topic, just to be quick, I chose this topic mainly because I have experienced sleep paralysis at a very young age and I did not know what was going on. I just remember the first thing I see waking up, um, I just saw a bunch of roaches. That was like my biggest fear, roaches. And I was terrified. I couldn't scream. I couldn't move. All I could do was just look and close my eyes just to avoid seeing that. And um, going in a couple years later, I ended up finding out it was sleep paralysis, but I didn't know why it was happening, like what was the reason, what was the cause. And going into this topic, I think it was a good refresher and a good way to really dive into why sleep paralysis happens and what's going on in the brain when this happens to us or to other people. So that was one of them. So, oh, sorry. So some of the summary and key takeaways. Obviously, the episodes can be very terrifying, but generally, nothing happens. They're harmless. Typically, after I would say 30 minutes to an hour, like it's gone. Some lifestyle changes and good sleep quality and stress reduction can greatly reduce the frequency of these sleep paralysis. So, trying to get good sleep, reducing that stress, trying to give yourself a little bit more relaxed time for better sleep quality. I think that's a good way to try to reduce that, and understanding the science to reduce the fear and stigma, because I do know, I'm pretty sure you guys saw the picture of the Hat Man. Everyone's always scared of the Hat Man, and I think it's just a good way to um, delve into this topic and not be as afraid of sleep paralysis. So these are my references. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed.